So do you have any formal tools that you use in NASA for this value analysis?
No. We end up TRL 1 to 4.
So everyone has their own spreadsheet?
We don't care. We only do TRL 1 to 4. So we show feasibility in the lab. Okay? We don't have money to do beyond TRL 4. If the engine companies are interested, then they have to. We have the technology maturation programs, and very few of the technologies make it to the technology maturation programs. Distributed engine control technology is one which might make it a technology maturation because now it's seen as critical. So we don't do the value analysis. The engine companies, OEMs, which do the value analysis, and they decide which technologies make sense to them to take it further. So either they're in-house or even NASA-developed technologies, they would get into partnership and evaluate to mature the technology. So within NASA, we do TRL 4. Universities till TRL 3. That's what happens. A lot of stuff dies at that because there's no means to get, even if it's a bright idea, unless you're a buyer. That was the whole idea. Unless you're a buyer who sees the value in the overall system, it's very difficult to get that beyond the TRL 4. So even if you're developing a component like a sensor, you have to start working with the controls guys or the diagnostics guys to build an advocacy for the system.
There's another problem in military development that now new projects are so rare in time that you have to meet a certain time window that your technology is being considered as a candidate to go into what comes after JSF. Yeah? Good question.
Yeah, big question after that. Yeah. So, and once you get beyond the demonstrator into the production mode, that's it. I mean, if your technology hasn't made TRL 6 plus by then you're done. Yeah. Then it's a TRL 6 and waiting for the next one.
Next generation.
Maybe you could give us the example of GE. How is the transfer done between TRL 4 and going on to 5, 6, 7?
Well, yeah, I'm in the power generation side. Typically, a lot of our stuff is funded all the way from TRL 3 or so up to TRL 9 internally. So we have our own R&D programs, new technology introduction, new product introduction programs. We don't typically, at least in energy, do a lot of our own fundamental sensor work. We would go to a university or NASA or someone like that for fundamental new sensors. But once it works, it's sort of commercial off the shelf, and we get into the packaging.
So it's perhaps the other way around. You see a certain need to have a sensor, a certain technique, and then you say you are a puller and say, I need this technology. Yeah? Whereas NASA produces something, say it's interesting, it's revolutionary, but there's no time for revolutions.
Yeah.
Always,
yeah. Okay, we can have a break and continue the dialogue. Break.